Welcome back to Taste Test. I'm Tarbuck Transom.
And I'm NotAVampyre. It's my turn, but I'm not going to complain about it.
Yeah, you can take the next one.
Yeah.
This is Mimolette Extra Aged 12-Month Cheese.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys could see it, but it looks like sliced pumpkin.
It looks like a pumpkin.
Cantaloupe, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
sliced pumpkin or
too
cantaloupe.
orange to be a cantaloupe. Thanks to a donation by a viewer of the show.
Yeah.
I mean, like, technically.
This isn't like mold or anything, right?
You're supposed to slice that off anyway.
What? See,
So it has a rind on it.
I'm not a fancy person. So I'm not used to things like other than like certain fruits where you're not supposed to eat certain kinds of it.
What the hell?
Is it breaking the knife?
It's like wood.
Can you just go around it like...
What the hell? That
sounds dangerous.
Fan dangerous.
I was about to start singing it, I better not.
Yeah, you really better not.
Well then, don't reference it. You asked for it. Jeez, yeah, it sounds like you're breaking wood off. Like, albeit twigs, but still.
Yeah, that's interesting. What does the rest of it look like?
It looks like pumpkin pie.
Okay, that is clearly a hard cheese, because
Are you sure we
how
didn't
much
just let
harder
it sit?
could that possibly be?
I hope we didn't let it sit too long. Well, there's a sell-by date.
Sell by date and use by date are not the same.
Yeah, I know. Well, hopefully it should be good. Did you eat the bloody piece without me?
I did.
Well, I'm not chopping
And
it.
it's baffling.
Okay, chop me a piece. Chop me a piece.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. Let me taste it. I want to taste the cheese. I want to taste the cheese. I feel like when you're chopping, I shouldn't put my hand near you. Otherwise, like the knife might fly off and hit me or something.
That's mystifying. Alright, what's it smell like?
smells
'Cause I didn't smell it first.
It smells kind of like cheese, but kind of fruity.
Yep. Fruity is how I would describe it.
Ah, what the hell is this? I don't like this. I hate this. Oh God, what is this?
Well, get ready to have it 4 more
No,
times.
please don't make me. Oh God, this is terrible.
It has sweat a bit because it's been...
I'm not exaggerating, okay?
I can tell. She really hates this. This reminds me of a moment from Star Trek when Data gets an emotions chip, and Data's an android. He gets an emotions chip and he tries a drink. He's like, what is that interesting feeling? Takes a sip. Data, it looks like you hate it. Yes, that's it. I hate this. I hate this. And he's so excited because it's a novel idea to him.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hate this. And then he keeps drinking it, and then he orders another one.
So it is vaguely fruity, but I don't know how to describe why it's nasty.
So very much is happening.
Yes, and it changes. It changes throughout. Like immediately, it's like, oh, ugh. But then it gets worse.
It is the food version of the song Abracadabra, where it just like... Like, it starts hitting you and it doesn't let up. It's like standing under a waterfall. Only, instead of water, which is a fairly homogeneous substance, it's like everything in the world.
Do we have to eat this?
Ranch dressing soda. This is payback for ranch dressing soda.
Alright, let's call it even after this, because this is miserable. You found it! You found the thing that get me back. You found it.
I did.
I'm not having another one until we have Tristan. Because I don't know how to describe it. Like,
it has a Parmesan smell to it, but it does not have a Parmesan taste. It is a hard, like, at least in the state that it's in right now, I'm going to have to try it in the future and maybe append something onto it. It is Parmesan-esque.
Yeah, very much. Like, when you smell it afterwards in your mouth, it has a hint of Parmesan, but I'm still getting that fruity flavor.
This tastes like the cheese that you should break, but I don't think I have a knife that's strong enough other than, like my real knife.
Yeah.
It crumbles and then turns into paste while you're eating it. And by paste, I mean... What the hell?
Exactly.
Unlike you, I'm totally willing to just go with it. Like, please sweep me away.
I like being on my feet, thank you very much.
It's kind of like... It's kind of like a powder. Like, it becomes a... Can powder be mushy? Apparently.
Powder with water added? Yeah.
Starts like a really twingy Parmesan, and then just flips over. Some buttery notes. I don't know how to describe that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a rush of...
It's like it's trying to paralyze me.
Yeah. Maybe it's a poison. Maybe we were poisoned.
It's kind of like... it's kind of like in D&D, there's this sentient fungus that if you try to eat it, it will try to eat you back. Mycoids. It's like eating a mycoid.
I love it. Alright, let's get this over with.
Alright. You want to bring back the sesame cracker for this one?
Do I have to eat it a fourth time after this? Come on.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to say that this is one of... I'm fully committing to the idea that this is a cheese that you should break. I just physically can't because it's hard stuff.
It's a real hard cheese.
It's a very difficult one. There's no joke there. The joke is that there's no joke there.
Ah, gotcha. That's like...
I'm not following.
Or like in Degrassi, Connor just breaking out laughing just to fit in.
It spat a chip at me. Did you see that?
I did not. That's beautiful.
Like, boom!
That's beautiful. It's a cheese that hates you.
It hates you and wants you to die.
Very spiteful cheese indeed.
I will agree with that. It does hate me and want me to die. It's
know.
doing a bad job of it, though. I wouldn't call it delicious. I would call it interesting. It reminds me a little bit of this XKCD comic. Like I am scientist does a seemingly bad thing. It's like, well, he's going back into the past and talking to his former self, like saying that in the future he commits to making more interesting choices, and it led to time travel. And it's like, is telling me about that in advance a good idea? And the future self goes, well, it's an interesting idea, and I think that's perhaps more valuable. At least that's the way that I remember it.
Bearable with it.
It's bearable. Is it bearable?
No comment. This is a miserable experience. Oh, what the hell is that? Like, peppermint. Why is there peppermint? Why? Why? Just a splash of peppermint something.
I'm not tasting what you're tasting.
It was just sudden. I don't know what it was. Was it a combination, like with something about the Triscuit and the... Yeah.
I got a salted fruit off of it.
That's what I got too. Until just a breath of just peppermint. Oh, don't eat it in just like one side of your mouth because it'll hurt for some reason.
It's because it's fighting you.
Yeah.
Alright, my phone made a noise.
I think it was mine.
You are correct. Ah, and then just now, I got like if you were to take a spoonful of the Velveeta cheese sauce that comes with the knockoff brand Velveeta.
Mm-hmm.
Put that cracker down.
Yeah, this is a miserable cheese.
My stomach is starting to feel weird. It's trying to kill us.
We might want to stop at this one. I don't know. I don't like this.
Alright. Mask, if you're watching this because you broke into my phone after we died, please finish editing this and then post it to the channel.
To save people's lives?
No, well, yes, but... Because if I die doing this show, I want it to come out on the show.
Well, while Mask is at it, could you finish my videos and edit them? Because I'd like some post-mortem fame. I want to be famous someday. Don't we all?
Okay.
This is a cheese where you dread eating it. You look at it, you know it's not.
I
it's
just
not fit for
I just
humans.
smelled it just now and got cinnamon off of it.
What is this cheese?
Speaking of, an episode to look forward to is we have some of those cinnamon, like cinnamon red hot Oreos.
Oh. This is not my day. This is not my day.
Today just isn't your day.
Of course it tastes better.
Ah, nope. That tasted granular.
I got way too much cheese on it.
The texture was like licking dust.
I'm getting... The cheese overpowers it. It killed the butter crisp. Killed in my mouth and I had to watch.
Yeah, so some of the cheeses have overpowered the crackers in the past. Some of the crackers have overpowered the cheese in the past. In this case,
It murdered it.
Mimolette not only shot Buttercrisp dead in the face, but shot it dead in front of its family, and then dragged it out into the front yard and started stomping on it.
Yeah, right? Oh, God. Okay, come on, let's get this over with.
And Buttercrisp made an interesting sound as its head thunked down the porch steps. Just
an interesting sound. Oh.
Poor children of Buttercrisp.
Yeah. Donate to the crowdfunding right here. Oh God, here we go. Honey wheat.
Support orphaned crackers near you.
Been up a good fight.
Mm-hmm. Mostly cracker in the beginning. That's actually quite pleasant.
After you get past some niceness.
It becomes floral when you add it to this harvest wheat cracker. I think that might just be the strength of the Harvest Wheat Cracker totally overpowering the cheese, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it can actually hold its own with this cheese. Man, this is
like that Dragon Ball Z, the beams have locked and they're pushing back and forth on each other kind of thing. No, I'll get some of that.
This is such a miserable cheese. My God. This is a cheese that had a rough childhood and is now taking it out on everyone. I hate this.
That unlocked an interesting buttery note, which then turned into a fennel seed. This is such an interesting experience. Okay, if you want to go on a cheese adventure,
yeah,
this is the cheese for you.
Yeah, to say the least, yeah. I hate
This
this.
is like, okay, do you remember watching the Spoonie Ultima retrospective? Once Upon a Time?
I remember that, we watched it.
Great.
Hey, I want to rewatch it.
Yeah, okay, so you know those really winding quests that you get sent on in some games where, like, here's your initial goal. In order to accomplish that, you have to do this. And in order to do that, you have to do this. And then it goes 5 layers deep. And you get back up. And then there's like, oh, there's a complication. Actually, you have to go this way. 3 layers deep that way. And then you come back and you do this to unlock the first stage of this multi-part chain in front of you that requires you to, like, go to the ends of the earth and everything. And that's only one quest line.
Yeah.
That's what eating this cheese is like. I think this might be my new favorite episode.
My final thoughts are this cheese sucks. It makes everything sucks. It even hates Buttercrisp, my favorite cracker of ever, and I hate this cheese. I hate this cheese. It makes me miserable. Like, wow, it took everything out of me. I'm sitting slouched now, and I don't feel like picking myself back up.
Do you have enough energy in you for one more? Because I'd be willing to call it here. I mean, I don't think we're going to top this.
I think anything can top this.
Yeah. So my final thought is, if you've ever read Ender's Game, and you know the video game that he plays where he's like, where he does a thing that nobody else does, and then afterwards he goes on this long and winding adventure where the game is just like trying to cope with his mind. This is that in cheese form. And if you want to go on one of those adventures, you need this cheese. It's like a Tasmanian devil that just had a rough childhood and is a dick now and is like gnawing on everything. But occasionally it gives back to you by letting you pet it before it then bites you on the wrist and cripples 3 of your fingers.
Yeah. Goodbye.
This is so worth it.
Goodbye.
Bye. Seriously, I'm not even kidding. This is my favorite episode so far.
I don't know.
You look like you want to die.
I have no influence anymore.